girl. Put the bass in your walk, hey, head to toe, and let your whole body talk. And serve. Before we get into this review, because sharing is caring, I want to let my peeps know what I'm wearing. I am on my lips. I am wearing just a pink lipstick, something that I got from Sephora. Don't really know the name of it. It's so old, it's like erased. Hello, I'm new to this game. And I'm wearing a Lime Crime Unicorn Diamond Crushers lip gloss. I said that I would tell you about it the last review. So here it is. Lord, I hope this works. This is what it looks like. I hope you can see it. I apologize if you can't. I'm new to the game, okay? Trying a little thing. So this is what I'm wearing. I absolutely love it, guys. It's so beautiful. Like, you can put it on your eyes, you can put it on your lips, on your cheeks. I sometimes put it on my cheeks. It's really, really beautiful. And on the eyes, I am wearing, I don't know if you can see it, I hope you can, Physicians Formula eyeshadow. Okay, get into this Physicians Formula. I'll put the link down in the description section if you're interested. Here it is. Everything I wear glistens, baby, okay? It's glistening, baby. Go ahead, baby. It's glittering, baby. Yeah, go ahead, baby. I'm weird, but you love me for it. Let's get into this review. So the queens come back into the rehearsal or dressing room right after elimination, and they immediately start discussing Charlie and how she gave up at the lip sync for your life. And I totally agree with everything that they were saying. They were just like, she just gave up. And Trinity felt some sort of way. And remember, I mentioned it last week that Charlie Hines did not give Trinity like anything to really compete. I don't think she would have beat her anyway, but it was still just like, you know, I felt like Trinity just wasted so much energy on a competitor that didn't even put up a fight. And that's what Trinity was saying. She was just like, I'm just so upset. You know what I mean? Like, she didn't even try. She didn't even challenge. She was like nothing. Like, she just stood there. And it was, I knew she had to have felt some way where you're like giving it your all. And Charlie is just clapping, not knowing the words, standing there, staring at Trinity. So I could totally understand where she was coming from. Then Trinity and Eureka kind of like, not really get into it, but Eureka tries to come for her, but she doesn't let her because I think it was probably Shea Coulee who said, well, why do you think that you were on the bottom? And Trinity was saying that maybe it was because the judges wanted to put everything on me because I was the leader of the group, so I had to, you know, fall on my sword, and I had to like take the brunt of everything. And Eureka was like, yeah, well, that's why you were on the bottom. And Trinity was like, moving on. Paid her dust. So the pit crew is back, finally. I was just like, where are they? I honestly thought that maybe they weren't going to show them because, like I said before in my previous review, VH1 is a network, to be quite honest, geared towards straight people. So I felt like maybe they were trying to shy away. I still feel that way because even though we are seeing the pit crew, we're not seeing like the full pit crew. We're seeing like just like a couple of guys. And I remember the pit crew used to be in every episode. They were kind of like a part of the cast, like a main, like not main, but maybe like a supporting cast member. And we barely see them. And then we get like 3 guys. One is a new guy, Yadire, who, honey, just let it go. Just let it go. I feel like you'll be so much hotter without it, to be quite honest. We also get our first mini challenge of the season, which is also shocking to me because the lip sync battle, Sing for Your Life, of course the runway, but the maxi challenges and the mini challenges, that is the best part about this show. Like, we love those, you know, little competitive pieces that they throw in throughout the episode. And I'm kind of sad that we're just seeing them now. I don't know if it's maybe, like I said before, maybe it's because this network is geared towards straight people, or maybe the budget is different. I'm not sure, but I miss the old formula of Drag Race. But I'm here for the pit crew finally showing up and the mini challenge. So this first mini challenge is to take a sexy selfie with one of the dudes from the pit crew. Peppermint goes first, and she gives us middle-aged mother on the beach in the 50s. She was still cute, but Peppermint is a young person. Like, Peppermint gives me like old drag, and not like old classical drag. Like, all of her outfits and personas are just really old. Not saying that there's anything wrong with that, but I feel like I personally would want her to zhuzh it up a bit. You know what I mean? I just feel like she's so, middle ground. And from what I've been hearing about her, she's like a legend. So I'm just confused by what I'm seeing on the show and what I'm hearing in the streets. Okay. Alexis goes and Mother is having a hard time getting that big body up into the pit crew's hands because those boys are strong and they are struggling with thickums. Aja goes and she's going back to her hard makeup. Now again, I'll give it to the ladies. This was quick drag, but even in quick drag, a lot of the ladies showed up. I just feel like Aja is just, she needs more training. And she needs somebody who is of a certain taste level to really help her because she has it. She has the personality, but the execution is just not there. Shea Coulee and Sasha go and they kill it. These two, they're the two to beat. Valentina as well, but I haven't seen her yet. But Sasha and Shea Coulee, I really feel like they're probably feeling themselves from winning the last competition, but they are showing up, and maybe they're the type of queens who leave everything until like the middle, and then out of nowhere it's just like, oh, I was just saving this. Now let's go. Maybe that's what's going to happen with these two, but I see them skating through the competition like Valentina because they're just not doing anything wrong at this point. Pheromone and Trinity go. Pheromone is, she's always given me pretty queen, but Trinity is really starting to give me comedy, and I'm shocked because I didn't know that she was a comedy queen, but she's starting to do a lot of things in her performances and just in her drag that I'm starting to get the feel that it's like kind of comedy queenish. You know what I'm saying? She's really showing up for me, and I didn't see it for her in the beginning, but I'm seeing it now. Especially after that lip sync, Mother came through. Eureka and Nina Bonina go, and they did very well as well. Eureka is showing up too, and the comedy, and I just didn't see her as a comedy queen as well. Valentina, my favorite, looked gorgeous, but her picture didn't really do it for me. It was just like a regular. She tried to do something different, and it was cute, but the mini challenge was a sexy selfie. So she gave she said chola. It was cute, but girl, you were slaying in that outfit. I wish you would have gave me more. I wish somebody would have went down into a split, you know what I mean? And had the pit crew grabbing their waist or something. I don't really think that any of the ladies really went there like I would have wanted to go there with that pit crew. Okay. Alexis wins. Okay. Why is Alexis's tuck so wide? It's such a wide tuck. And not like a Detox tuck, you know what I mean? Like Detox had not a wide tuck, but Detox had like a thigh gap kind of tuck. Alexis's tuck is just wide and meaty and like bunchy. Ooh, girl. So because Alexis wins the mini challenge, she gets to, be the boss over the maxi challenge, which is Kardashians, the musical. So it's all the Kardashians, the Jenner girls, and Britney Spears and Paris Hilton. And Alexis is assigning parts, and I'm telling you, that Alexis is calculated. She was giving people parts that I was just like, you are sinking these girls. Because she gave Peppermint Britney Spears, you know what I mean? And Pheromone would have killed Britney Spears. And although I think that what Alexis is doing is calculated, I respect her because it's a competition. And I respect how everybody took in the roles, even though it was, for a lot of them, it was roles that they didn't want to do. Peppermint got Britney Spears, and she was just like, what? But she didn't show it to Alexis while she was giving out the part. She only said a funny comment about it in the confessional. Nina Bonina Brown, she gets Chloe, and the first thing she says, Miss, who can transform into anything? I don't see it for me. With a really nasty attitude, and I'm just like, Nina would have been my top. Did I give you guys my top 4 last episode? I'll do it at the end. But Nina Bonina Brown, and all those other names, she would have been my top had she just had such a better attitude. She's so creative, but her attitude is going to get her out here. I looked at some of her YouTube looks, and Mother is fierce. But the attitude that she portrays on this show, she's such a Debbie Downer. She is going to get herself out of here, because what you don't want is to create enemies and not have allies in this show, and have the girls start working together. Even if they don't mention it, a lot of them starts getting together, and it'd be another Alaska Tox and get your behind out of here. You better get your head in the competition. You are too talented to be out over some Khloe Kardashian. I don't see it for me. What? Our girl Eureka really messed her knee up, because I remember a few episodes ago she said that she popped her knee, but you know, she had been wearing heels and busting it out on the runway, so I thought that she was doing better, but come to find out, she was just being a really good competitor and pushing through it. And now she's like walking on crutches in a workroom. You know, 2017 is wild. I'm sitting here watching a show where drag queens are fighting about who is playing Black China. Like, Nina Bonina Brown is really in her feelings because she cannot play Black China. 2017, man. So Todrick Hall is going to be choreographing the musical section. He gets there and he's helping the ladies put some choreography together. They're not, you know, dancers or whatever, so it's not that great. It's a little all over the place, but I know the queens will pull it through. But Nina Bonina Brown is just so down and, like, you know, short with Todrick, and Todrick is just like, what's going on? And she's just like, well, I didn't get the part that I wanted. Nina, I really hope you don't go home this episode because you are so talented, and it would be so sad to see such a talented queen leave so early. So while they're getting ready for the competition, Eureka hobbles over to Sasha and Valentina and apologizes for the eating comment that she made the eating joke that she made the last episode. And at first I was just like, I know Eureka didn't say, like, it didn't come, you know what? I don't know. It did not come across malicious to me. However, as she began to apologize, Sasha apologized as well, and then Sasha admitted that she had an eating disorder, and that's why it struck a nerve with her. Then Valentina said that she is still struggling with an eating disorder, that she promised her mom that she would eat every day. Then Shea Coulee comes over and is just like, well, I struggle with bulimia as well, and I was just really floored. Then the queen started talking about how eating disorders are prevalent in the gay community, and I did not know that. I knew that the gay community had high beauty standards from just things that I would hear from my friends, but I had no idea about the eating disorders, and so I'm really glad, and I take back everything that I said about Eureka just cracking a joke. I'm really glad that she apologized, because apparently she must have known that something was going on, and maybe something was revealed to her after she made that joke. But that was the workroom right before the runway. It's always such an intimate space, and the queens really always divulge some serious, some heavy topics, you know, like they divulge a lot of information. And for me, as somebody who's not a part of the gay community, I learned a lot. So I had no idea that eating disorders were prevalent in the gay community. I knew about the beauty standards. I did not know about the eating disorders. So props to Rupaul for really opening up the LGBT community to somebody like myself, because I learned something tonight. So yeah, thanks for that. And shine on, queens, shine on. Thank you for sharing. So it's time for the competition and runway. And Rupaul looks great. I'm not a fan of the dress. I haven't been a fan of any of his dresses this season. But the makeup and the hair and the jewelry always slayed me. Michelle Visage, like I was taken aback because she looks great. I love her makeup. I love her hair. A lot of times for me, Michelle Visage, her makeup and her hair and the boobs are just like a lot. You know, it's really bargain basement Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. You know what I mean? Like Elvira if she was from Kensington, Philadelphia. You know, like a hood Elvira. But this time she looked very soft and sensual and just really, really beautiful and angelic. And I've never seen her look this way. So whoever was doing the makeup on tonight's show, good job. The guest judge for tonight's episode is Meghan Trainor. I think Todrick will be guesting a lot. But I don't know enough about Meghan Trainor to know that if this is something that she does, like this unicorn pajama outfit. I don't know if this is like her personality, if this is her shtick. I was a little insulted by it because this is RuPaul's Drag Race, honey. And when you come to judge, you come to slay. Them judges have to be sitting in them seats. And I was a little disappointed that she showed up in this uniform, this unicorn onesie. Not on Drag Race, boo-boo. You better take that back to the Disney Channel, not over here. Another shot of Michelle Visage, and I'm telling you, she looks great from all angles. Michelle, whoever did your hair and makeup and styling this night, keep this person on for this show and for anything else that you do, because I honestly feel like you look better than Ru. That's hard to do. So you better work. So the queens perform the Kardashian musical. And it was kind of lackluster. There were a few things or a few performances that I was just like, oh, this was really good. I'll start with the good. I think that Sasha, Trinity, and Peppermint did a fabulous job. Peppermint worked that Britney Spears. The only thing I didn't like was her padding. And I had an overall padding issue with all of the ladies. I felt like a lot of the ladies did not do the fake butt Kardashian things. Like, they didn't do it to the extent that I felt like they should have went. I just didn't feel like they fully committed to it. For instance, Pheromone. Beautiful queen, but I mean, her Kylie Jenner impersonation was just dry. Like, she didn't go there with the lips, she didn't go there with the butt, she didn't go there with the hips or the personality. Like, this was the time for everybody who does padding to really, really shine. And maybe Pheromone doesn't pad, maybe so, but I just felt like everybody should have padded this instant. I really didn't come down hard on Eureka because she was injured, but she from the waist up, she worked it. I liked what she did. My favorite was Alexis. I think she did a great job as Kris Jenner. She really shined and she set herself up to win. And if she doesn't win, I'll be kind of shocked because I think she really, really slayed. Even when she wasn't the focus, she was still in focus. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. My eyes just kept on gravitating towards her because she was always acting in the moment, even when the cameras were not on her or when it was not her time to really shine. All the girls who played the Kardashians were not impressive to me. Nina Bonita Brown as Chloe, Cynthia as Kim. What happened there? And I don't even remember the person who played I don't even remember the other sister. Courtney. Who played Courtney? Aja. You know what? No, I take that back. Aja gave what she could give. She didn't really have the this and body, the face and body was just not there, but I really felt like she pulled through, especially when she was working with two people who was giving her absolutely nothing. I think Shay did a good job as Black China. Shay really stood out to me. Shea Coulee really stood out. Even Todrick was just really hyped to see Shea Coulee, and I was too. I really feel like Shea Coulee came out and served. I wouldn't be surprised if it was her and Alexis who were up there, because I really feel like they pulled it out. Category is faux fur realness. Peppermint was good. I liked what she did. She still is reading a little bit cheap to me. Not boy this time, but a little bit cheap. Trinity was, creative. I wasn't like wowed by it. To be honest, I haven't really been wowed by a lot of people this season. Sasha Velour, I love the Russian look. She's so creative. I love this queen. I loved everything that she was doing. I loved her runway. I loved the, the little tricks and dances that she was doing. Sasha, yes, mama. Alexis Michelle, what in the rainbow dot Charlotte Russe Forever 21 clearance section do you have on, girl? No. Cynthia Lee Fontaine, Nina Bonita Brown looked great. To me, I always feel like she gives good runway. I love the energy. I love the persona. I love the shaking of the padding, the tits. I love what she did, but she only shows up on runway for me. She doesn't show up in her challenges. She doesn't show up in she just doesn't show up in the competition. I feel like her attitude is really overshadowing her talent. Aja, I didn't like her outfit, but I think that she's getting better with her makeup. Her makeup, in my opinion, this time around on the runway was a lot softer. Still needs work, but it was a whole lot better than what she's been showing this entire season. Valentina was cute. I got the whole look. I understood the whole snake thing. I probably would have wanted a better dress. It seemed a little basic to me, but I loved everything that she was doing. Pheromone, basic. I just have to be honest, it was very basic. But then Shea Coulee came right behind her, honey, and showed up on that runway. I'm telling you, Shea Coulee, Valentina, and Sasha Velour, they are the queens to beat. Trust me when I tell you this. Eureka, even with the crutches, that outfit was a mess. It was a mess. It was a mess. I don't know what she was going for. I don't know if she was going for, the original Cats on Broadway. I don't know what it was, but there was like weave coming out the shoulders. It just made no sense. It made absolutely no sense. So it's judging time. The tops are Peppermint, who is kind of in the middle. Peppermint did great as Britney Spears, like I said. but her runway was basic or like cheap in the end, because Michelle Visage said the same thing that I said about her outfit. She was just like, I love everything that you're doing, but the skirt seemed like an afterthought. And that was the thing for me. Like, I loved her runway, but that skirt was just like a pillowcase that she ripped up and like put some sewing needle in it and just ruched it up. It just looked like, it did look like an afterthought. So I'm agreeing with Michelle Visage a lot this season. I don't know what's going on. Was Alexis. They loved her Kris Jenner, which I just thought that she just blew it out the water. But again, the runway looked very cheap. That's what Michelle Visage said. She was just like, your outfit looks like something that any girl could find anywhere. And that's the thing. On Drag Race, you have to turn it out. You have to make garments or buy garments or put together garments that we just cannot fathom. It is a show. You are not giving us a show, sweetie. Cynthia, Pheromone, and Nina Bonita Brown are bottoms. It is what it is. They're on the bottom. Well, Nina Bonita Brown, they loved her runway. They thought it was like fun, but they did not like how she was Chloe. You know what I mean? Like, she just didn't bring any personality to it. And then Nina is just like, well, I thought that the girls were trying to sabotage me because I didn't get Black China, and I knew that I would kill Black China. No, sweetie, the right person got Black China because Shea Coulee slayed it. All right. Then Rue was just like, you have to stop, you know, sabotaging yourself, because you're saying that you think that everybody else is sabotaging you, but actually it's paranoia. You're like doing it to yourself. And I hope she really took it to heart, because she cried, but Nina Bonita Brown cries all the time. But I really hope that she took it to heart and that she applies it to the rest of this competition, because again, I've been rooting for her. I think she's a great artist. If you haven't checked her out on YouTube, I think you need to, because the girl is bad. She puts together some good looks. That mind will mess her up every time. Cynthia, I think they love her. I think we all really love her. She's just sweet and she's fun, but her look was just not that great. And then she did not know the words, and she was Kim Kardashian. So I don't know what was going on with Cynthia Lee Fontaine during this competition. This challenge, actually. I was really, to be quite honest with you, disappointed. I didn't know if she would be able to be Kim Kardashian, but I didn't think that she would do so poorly. You know what I mean? Like, she always is a constant performer. So her not knowing the words and her personality just being all over the place with this character was just weird for me, because she always is able to really pull out some type of cuckoo performance, but she wasn't able to do it this time. I didn't hear the judges comment about Pheromone's runway, but they did speak about the fact that they had no idea that she was Kylie Jenner and that she did the bare minimum. That's the thing. I feel like the queens that did the bare minimum were the ones who got raked through the coals at judging, as they should have. And I feel like the ones who really stood up in the competition and rose to the occasion really did it. Peppermint played Britney Spears. Are you kidding me? Look at Peppermint and look at Britney Spears. But Peppermint slayed. I knew exactly who she was. Shea Coulee was phenomenal. The judges loved her Black China. They loved her outfit. Todrick Hall was just like, I had a joy working with you. It was such a pleasure. Your outfit looks like something that I would see on like Jeremy Scott's runway. And I totally agree. Like, it was, Shea Coulee is so out of the box, so creative. Everything was just really, really put together. The only thing I would say is like, leave the nose alone, Shea. I feel like you do too much highlighter on the nose, and it's just, it doesn't show up well on HD cameras. Other than that, girl, keep slaying. Every time they cut to Meghan Trainor, what was going on? My girl Shea Coulee wins, rightfully so. So Nina Bonita Brown is safe. I'm happy for her, right? I really am, because I think she's a very talented queen, and I understand the judges keeping her there. I just really feel bad for Cynthia Lee Fontaine. I feel bad for Pheromone as well, but I don't know. I have like kind of a viewer connection with Cynthia Lee Fontaine, because we know so much of her journey. You know what I mean? I think that's the thing. Like, she has charmed her way into everybody's heart who watches this show. So I felt really bad, because she started to tear up, then Pheromone started to tear up, then I started to tear up. This is so sad. So like, during the lip sync, I'm not sure if Cynthia Lee Fontaine knows the words, and Pheromone is giving me Charlie Hides, like doing the bare minimum. I don't know what is going on with the lip syncs for your life this season, but it is dreadful. I have cried too much this episode. I am a wreck. Oh my goodness. So I'm watching this and I'm honestly, I don't know who's going to go because Pheromone is not giving it. Cynthia Lee Fontaine to me seems like she doesn't know the words. And then like when they're done, a producer walks up to Rue and Rue is like, I need a moment. I'm about to cry. Oh my gosh. She's like, I need a moment, and she leaves, and then she comes back and she says, I've made my decision. Eureka. And when she calls Eureka, baby, I messed up. I messed up because I know what's going to happen. She says that, you know, they just got back, they just spoke to the doctor. Well, the doctor got back to Rue, I guess the producers or whoever, and said that Eureka cannot continue on, not injured. And I'm honestly thinking that if she hit her knee like 2 competitions ago, and I think they have like a competition a week. So if she hurt her knee like 2 or 3 competitions ago, like 3 weeks ago, and it's still hurting, there's an issue there. So I don't know what happened, so I really don't know if it's like dislocated, whatever it is. The doctor said that she has to leave and she just cannot continue on. And when Rupaul started bawling, Eureka started shaking. Then in her confessional, she was crying. Oh, I gotta watch Untucked. I gotta watch Untucked. I felt so bad for her, but I am glad because Rue said that she has an open invitation for season 10. And Eureka, if you come back for season 10 and you don't win, that's on you, honey, because you've been through this competition already. You made it halfway. You know what they are expecting. I want you to use this time to heal and get better, and I want you to prepare, and I want you to come back for season 10, and I want you to slay. It's not fair. Anyway, Cynthia Lee Fontaine and Pheromone are allowed to stay because Rue just said it's been too much damage happening on this stage right now. So you two can stay. They all start to cry. Everybody starts to cry. It's just, oh, it was a really sad ending. I don't think that Eureka deserved to go home. I understand, but I felt like she was still in the competition. I felt like it should have been, and I love Cynthia Lee Fontaine, but I felt like it probably should have been her because she just was not giving it. Pheromone, I felt like, you know, could show up with a little bit more training, but I don't know. I gotta go. I'm just so hurt. My emotions are all over the place. I'm just so hurt by how this ended. Anyway, that's where the episode ends. Next week looks to be even juicier. So I will see you next week for RuPaul's Drag Race episode 6. Whatever it is, I'll be there. Bye, guys.